Drama from day one. This is the league we want to watch.
Hey yo, welcome to the Premier League. You already know that we the techiest division that the world's ever seen. From 92 when it bossed on the scene. Mad goals, mad games, football like we had never seen. Man United were the first to win it. Steve Bruce double headers in them final minutes. Ferguson made it clear he never came to play. Ain't nobody won it more even to this day. Hey, who remembers Arsenal's unbeatable run? I remember. Now I even talking the invincible one. Talking back in 02, back when Rooney came through. He was 16 and he shocked everyone.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Capital. And yes, we are back for another Premier League review show. Almost a full house. Joined once again with Rami and Fedi. Welcome back, boys. How are we feeling?
Good, man.
And it's good to be back.
Good to be back. Football
Premier
is
League's back.
I missed
Football's
you,
back.
boys.
Life's
Yeah.
back.
How you guys been? How you been enjoying the Premier League first week back, sort of?
Amazing.
How do you feel? No crowds? No
Doesn't
crowds?
matter.
Are you watching with the crowd noise or not?
I mean, I started off the crowd noise, but man, without the crowd noise, you can hear every pass that goes by. You can hear the talking on the field. You can hear the referee.
As a coach, though, I feel like it's nice hearing the players talk.
Like
Yeah,
Sunday
yeah.
League, mate. Sunday
awesome.
League
I love
football
it.
here.
Yeah,
I love
over,
it.
over
I love
25s.
I love
I
it.
love
But
it.
it's a bit like I was talking about off camera. Like I watched replays of games pre-COVID with the fans and them jumping in the crowd, and then now it's like. But look, I'd rather have football back,
Absolutely.
crowd or not.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Thank
Yeah,
you.
100%.
Didn't it feel like something was missing? Like
Yeah, of course, my heart was missing.
every weekend that came along, I got, what are
Don't
we
tell my fiance that, but my heart was missing.
I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing Saturday night?
Oh, for what? Three months? 4
3
months?
months,
Yeah,
I
jeez.
was lost, bro. I was lost. But anyway,
And every week was like, there's rumours Premier League's gonna be back. Then it gets delayed again and delayed again, and then do you know what? Like it was almost gonna be over for the Liverpool supporters when it was null and void.
What were you guys saying to
The,
me?
Wow.
the words null and void were ringing about all
imagine
around.
the Premier League got voided.
What were you
I
guys
would've
saying
loved
to me when this happened? Like before COVID-19, Liverpool's won the league. I'm like, nothing has been won yet, and I've been saying God hates
Yeah.
Liverpool for the
But
last
you know what?
decade.
Because everyone loves Liverpool, this whole media and the whole romantic,
They'll make it work.
the whole romantic side of football where you haven't won it in 30 years. They were gonna, you know what, null and
We
void.
still haven't.
But you still would have won the league, just like they gave it to PSG and Ajax and all that.
I'd
so
rather that, man.
But you know what? They deserve it.
Less stress.
You deserve it, bro. You deserve it. But look,
Would it be with that hashtag thing at the top?
Give me a hashtag. Just give me the trophy.
Apostrophe.
You want to give me the trophy for hashtag? I'll still take it.
you're dying for the gold
Let's
badge.
Just give me
Let's
anything.
get. Yeah, guys. So we'll go through some of the games, not all of them. There is a lot of football to get through.
But what a way to start.
But yeah, look, our good friends at the VAR didn't rock up to this game, and our Mr. Reliable goal line technology forgot
killed
to
me,
come
man.
as well. He forgot the address.
Oh my gosh, man! Like
Forgot the address. The same.
honestly, I wish they found a vaccine for VAR instead of COVID.
There's no
Get
cure
rid of
for
it, man.
VAR,
If-
man.
There's no cure for that. You gotta just shoot it dead.
Shoot
Yeah, I
it
swear
dead.
to God,
Shoot
just
it
break the
dead.
machines.
But
But that wasn't even VAR.
that's
Like,
right.
That was
That's
a,
right.
What was the reasoning? I wanted to ask. I know we're talking about it off camera, but why wasn't it not recorded? I heard it was something blocking or the amount of players that were in front of the line. What was it?
Just no consistency, man. I don't know how to say it. There's no consistency. I don't know if, like you were saying,
The goal line technology is in quarantine for 2
Quarantine.
weeks.
I don't know, man. Like
Someone forgot to tell him to
does
come.
does the crowd influence that decision? You
I
were
don't
telling
think
me.
so because
Like, if there was a crowd, would that influence the decision
But
for the
that's
referee to
basic.
at least get to VAR?
The thing is, it's the watch. The watch should go off.
Exactly.
Off as soon as it crosses
But then
the line.
again, like we were saying, well, no one checks the replay. Like the VAR doesn't check the replay and the whole
Where's the
ball.
consistency
Like
with VAR?
even the manager was saying that the keeper was like almost in the grandstand. So like I don't get it. I don't understand. But
I don't know.
it's, you know what, in the grand scheme of things, it's a great point for Aston Villa because they're in the position that they are. But it's maybe 2 points dropped in regards to Sheffield United because they're fighting for their European spots. Imagine getting promoted and getting Champions League. Wow, like.
It's such a good story.
That, come on, you know what I mean? Like, especially for them, they were tipped to go down.
Yeah.
They booked his favourite to go down, and then
And
they're
defensively,
sitting-
how
they're
good
sitting-
have they been this year defensively?
Yeah, overlapping wingers, overlapping centre backs, Lundstrom and all that. Lundstrom's still on fire.
Do you think that had something to do with their second loss against Newcastle?
What the defeat to Villa? You know what? Possibly because there was a
No,
red
the
card.
draw with Villa.
Villa how that affected them.
with the loss of Newcastle. They lost 3-0 against
I
Newcastle.
know. I just think that in that Newcastle game, the red card changed most of that game. I think the red card happened, and then
Emotionally will still play a toll a bit.
Absolutely,
but
yeah.
Come on, you're professionals. Like,
I think you get it.
I don't
Look,
know,
I
man.
think that'll be some sort of a boost to be like, look what's happened to us in the last game. Now we definitely need to. United have just dropped points. This is our chance to leapfrog them. And look, they've got one player sent off.
Sheffield United though, pre-COVID, very consistent, really good season, and fighting for that Europa spot.
It's crazy, man.
And then,
Good on them.
this happens
Good on them.
But anyway, that was that match. Next we saw, I don't know if you want to call them two big clubs or two big teams or one big club, one team.
Yeah.
But we saw Man City absolutely destroy, I think, Arsenal.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Arsenal are in trouble.
Isn't Man City better with no crowd? Or they used to?
Look, they're used to that. Stadium is normally like that.
Man,
So,
empty.
they couldn't even fill the
The
screens.
screens, the bottom ones were empty.
They couldn't even fill their Zoom screens there. But look, look, City. Do we expect anything less from City? Not really. But from Arsenal, this break should have helped them.
Absolutely.
In my opinion. Obviously, we
a
do
number
know
of
that
injuries.
Arteta did catch the virus, and then all across the board, every team had the same situation where no one could train.
Everyone suffered the same way.
But look,
anything,
City
you
know
root for.
City know they're not going to win the league, and they played like with zero care. Like they
Cl-
played like it was
enjoying it.
literally a training session.
It felt like it.
But to be fair, Arsenal was in the game slightly. I mean, if they went into the game the half nil all,
Yeah.
they could have made some substitutions. Like
Absolutely.
we said, there's five subs now that have come on in only three.
They actually
three
played
intervals.
very well in the first half. Until that mistake by David Luiz,
That's
they were
right.
doing a great
Yeah.
job of keeping City
But
behind.
like you were saying, like 9 subs, 9 benches.
Yeah.
You get 5 players you can bring on, 3
So
intervals, 3 in the end.
If
of one
Arteta
go.
made some changes at nil all at the half, or
You know
something,
what? As a
it could have
coach
been.
now, as a coach, you must be very strategic with these subs. 5, you can affect, especially if it's not, if you're playing well. To take 3 players off is a big move.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
Yeah.
don't touch what doesn't need fixing, and it's a very strategic thing from the coaches now.
And I think it's implemented just because injury wise. To try stop the injuries from happening. We saw in the
Fitness-
Bundesliga
fitness
like
levels.
9 injuries across the
And
board
you know
in
what?
the first round.
Arsenal have
fitness
copped it. Like, you got to feel for them. They've got, how many players they got injured now? 9 players
9 or
since
so.
we've been back?
Yeah.
Not 9 since we've been back. No,
No, not since we've been back.
they got. I think it's 4 or 5 since they've come back.
I thought I
But
saw a list
9
the
in
other
total.
day.
I think it's like a 9 in total though.
9 in total.
Of the whole league?
Yeah.
Total.
No, not the whole league. Just their team
Just their
overall.
team
But just
overall.
in the last 2 games, they got 4 injuries. I think
4 injuries.
4 or 5. Yeah.
But you know what? Let's just talk about
and a suspension, which doesn't.
Let's just talk about Man City on their day, though. Unbelievable. That De Bruyne
How's
can't be
Liverpool?
touched. Can't be touched.
How are we 20 points ahead of them?
You've had a better season.
We've had a better season, but looking at that team now, even I think Klopp was mentioning the other day.
on their day, they're the
Do
best
you know?
team.
Do you know
in
what?
England.
Like, if you look at individual games that City have played, it's nothing to do with Liverpool. Look, I hate both City and Liverpool, more so Liverpool. But some of the decisions that
At
have
least he's
gone,
honest.
some of the decisions that have gone Liverpool's way, and some of the decisions that haven't gone to City's
City.
way, could be could be the reason why they're 20 points behind. Not taking anything from Liverpool
Yeah.
because I think let's be honest, they deserve maybe to win the league. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But
No, they do.
a lot of decisions from City, especially VAR, they've copped a lot, especially against that Tottenham game at the start of the season. But look, like you said, man, De Bruyne,
What a level.
Foden,
Yeah.
Foden comes on and
Foden's
just
a
does.
brilliant youngster, but
Even this morning, I think when they played Burnley and they won 5-0,
It's just unbelievable.
The no-look pass to Silva to score that goal.
scored 2 goals as well.
And
Foden.
they had half the team out for
Talking
half the
about
team on
Silva,
the bench.
man, how good is Silva? Well, how old is he now, David Silva?
Which one? I have. He's 30.
He's ready to retire from City.
But he's still unbelievable. And
He
De,
is.
De Bruyne, I've
He's
been saying it
clean.
from the
And
beginning.
I think Foden said at the end of the game against Burnley that he hopes that they re-sign him for another
I would.
another year extension. And I mean,
Just to keep him
why not?
around as a
Yeah,
leader.
Why
but, now,
not?
but now with England, I think after he hit 30, it's a year at a time you sign.
He can extend
Yeah.
that for another year. It's,
Yeah,
it
extend it
shouldn't
for
be an
another
issue.
year.
But I think Silva has said that he's going to leave
But this
regardless
game,
of what happens.
but this game, absolute domination. Yeah,
Yeah.
67% possession. To City, 18 shots to Arsenal's 3.
yeah, Arsenal are in trouble. I don't
Arsenal
know,
no shots on target.
Even Arsenal losing to Brighton as well with the last minute goal from Mope. They're in trouble, man. They're sitting in 10th. how's any sort of European football looking for them? It's very
I think we're
slim
discussing
now.
off the camera, like, while saying that it just needs to be, you need a clean house. The same with Liverpool. For the last 30 years, like when Klopp came in, he has to just clean house, get the players that he needs. Arteta needs to get those players that he needs.
I wouldn't clean everyone.
I wouldn't clean everyone, but most of that team needs to go.
You'd clean the play, but a lot of their players are new. Think about it. A lot of their players are new.
Except Pepe.
Pepe's gone.
Yep,
Gwendel's is fairly new.
Yep.
Okay, you've got what's the name from the one that killed in the World Cup, the one they signed in the midfield.
Torreira.
Torreira,
He's still out.
He's still out injured.
But this is
But
what
then,
I mean.
but then players like Torreira, players like that, there's always rumours that they want to leave. So that's another situation.
David Luiz never made sense.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense. They didn't need a David Luiz. And then he goes and does what he does in the next game when they lose 3-2 last second.
So does Aubameyang stay or does Aubameyang
He's
go?
too good for the club. I was telling you
That's
this
what I-
earlier.
yeah.
He's too
The
good
problem
for the
is
club.
the problem is who's going to buy him now.
Now the prices have
The
dropped.
prices have dropped, or not even have dropped. People they can't spend money now.
Can't afford
a
it,
lot
yeah.
of big clubs might be looking to stick with what they have.
Yeah.
Bringing some of their players, some of their youth players in to fill in.
This might be a good thing.
And recall a lot of their loans, because that's what you see what Chelsea did. I know they had a ban.
Yeah.
But that's what all some of the big clubs are going to be looking to do.
I
But,
just think Chelsea this
pulled-
season.
They're very in trouble.
Timo Werner.
Yeah, I think after this season, either Aubameyang or Lacazette goes. I don't think they'll hold on to both.
We'll see.
Either
We'll
one.
see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It'll be interesting.
I
Maybe
think-
Lacazette.
A lot of
but
clubs
not
would love
Aubameyang.
both, but Aubameyang could play at Real Madrid tomorrow if he
Yeah,
wanted
exactly.
to.
Yeah.
Benzema's going to eventually, finish off. He's been the consistent striker.
He's never leaving.
He's never leaving. Bro.
He's never leaving.
gonna
He
be-
signed a lot contract.
But anyway,
Well, what do we got next, Rami? We got some relegation.
I think
What do we
we'll
got?
talk,
Where we
a bit
going?
about Arsenal's other game as well against Sheffield, losing.
Burnley.
Sorry,
Brighton.
Brighton,
What's the
3-2.
pride here?
3-2, and when
So too many games.
2-1.
Too many
Brighton,
games.
yeah, yeah.
2-1, last second losing the game.
Yeah, and look, that's another.
What was that about? And the whole controversy with Gwendel's walking off the pitch because of the whole.
Mope choking him or something.
And
but
I
look,
think he'll be in trouble with that
look,
too.
he's looking to get a ban.
Just poor, man.
Look, Brighton, a team are facing relegation. They could be safe now.
But how about this? Did you hear the commentator in that game? How about that for a stat? Brighton, less than any team, have been ahead for 70 minutes in the whole season. 70
And you know,
minutes in the whole
it's
season.
actually the
they've been
first win of 2020. Yeah,
And it's Arsenal, and it had to be.
And the game before,
And
I
that's the
think
first time they did a
What
double over
about
Arsenal. How many years?
What about Arsenal Fan TV? How they've isolated them? What about them? How about the videos?
Yeah,
let's
look,
not
man.
get into it too much.
But,
next
Let
level.
them do the job.
but look, Arsenal went 1-0 up in the 70-something minute or 60-70th minute,
And
roughly.
let it crumble in the end as usual.
And yeah, look, you're
great
up
goal.
against a
Beautiful goal.
team. Yeah, look, you're up against a team that's fighting relegation. You score a goal. Why not? And even some of the you got to question Arteta. Some of the substitutions didn't really make sense.
At all.
Why,
Nothing
like,
makes sense.
and I know a lot of that I've seen on Twitter and social media that a lot of the people were asking, "Where's what's that young player, Brazilian
what I was
Martinelli?
asking, yeah.
Martinelli,
Where was
where's
he?
how come Martinelli doesn't come on? He puts on, or Reece Nelson stays on, or
Yep.
or what the other? Sorry, not was it Reece Nelson? Or the other player I can't remember.
Pepe was a standout for me
Ketia,
for
was it
Arsenal.
Ketia?
That game, yeah.
Pepe was a standout for me in that game.
Yeah, but players like him need to step up week in, week out, not just for moments, right? But
Correct.
Arsenal, look, boys, Arsenal's in trouble, in my opinion.
Massive trouble.
I
They
think
got
they've been in
the
trouble
they got
for
the
a
40 points, so they're safe from relegation. So, but yeah, talking about the relegation battle,
Yep, let's get straight
we've got
to
a
it.
few teams there. We'll try hit a few of them at once. You know, we had Norwich losing 3-0 to Southampton, and Watford picking up maybe a valuable point.
Yeah.
But look at Norwich City, boys. Are they going to be the best team to go down?
In
In
what sense?
In the sense that throughout the whole Premier League history, sort of, are they the best team to go down out of the three or out of the bunch, really?
See, the thing is, for me, it depends how you look at it. Because, like I was saying before, they've been at the bottom the whole season. Yeah, I know.
But I don't think they have, because
I
I
know
think
they started well with Pookie in the beginning.
yeah, but they
and
were sitting like second, third, fifth for a while.
But how long have they been in the bottom?
But they
now?
did, yeah, I know. But they did go through a patch where they did have a lot of injuries out. I mean, and look,
at least half the season in the bottom. At least.
They have been struggling at the bottom half of the table.
yeah, I know. But like, if you look at, all right, let's not look at where they are on the table, but as a squad, as a team, the way they play, the way the managers got them
Absolutely,
playing.
yeah.
I mean, look, they beat Man City.
started the season well
Almost
against us.
almost beat United. I think they lost with a couple of
The
quick
game
goals.
against Liverpool.
Game against Liverpool, lucky escape for Liverpool there. They've put it on some of the bigger
I
clubs
think,
as well, man.
I think they're gone though. They're
Yeah.
gone.
Oh, they're
done.
gone.
They're gone.
But
It's sad to say, but they're gone. It is what it is. And like you were saying before, somehow Southampton pull it out.
somehow,
Every
time,
every
yeah,
year, you're telling me about how they're going to get relegated, and
They pull it
every
off.
year I pick them to go down, and somehow they figure out a way to
But how
there's always
good-
that one or two players.
How good is Danny Ings
Oh
going
my
right there?
gosh, man.
Like I feel like it's just his career started again.
yeah, but
and you know what?
He does it for them.
Yeah.
He just does
You
it
know
for
what?
them, bro. He just does it. He just does it, man.
With him, it's a shame that what happened with COVID and all that, because with Vardy saying that he's kind of semi-retired from the England position, and he only wants to
What
call
does
up
that
if he
mean, semi-retired?
well, he goes, if you really need me, then give me a call up. So he's not retired, but semi-retired.
What
And
a way.
with Rashford being injured, and also Harry Kane, Danny Ings was definitely going to be in this England squad for the Euros. So it's a shame. Hopefully he keeps his form up.
Yeah.
And
Let's
next
hope so.
year he gets picked, because I think he really does deserve an England call up, or to play in the tournament.
Keep the relegation talk going.
Yeah, we've
Watford.
got Watford,
And
Watford
Leicester,
and
1-1.
Leicester.
I was expecting Leicester to just go out there and just get the job done, to be honest.
But
But
Watford.
you don't know with these relegation teams
But
anymore
what is-
now.
but you know what?
That's what I love about the end of the season.
Speaking of quality players, though, Watford have the players.
Yeah.
Why are they fighting to be relegated? I
I
just
think
don't-
they had.
Aren't they the same thing every season? Every season?
No,
they're
do you
just
know what?
fighting,
Like
fighting.
I think we spoke about at the start of the year or midway through the season, where we said that the board has got it wrong with the managers.
Yeah,
They,
absolutely.
after 7
Absolutely.
games, sacked one manager, bring the old manager that they sacked back, then sacked him again, and then you got like 3 or 4 different managers in the space of a few months.
But they're
that
one
has
point away from third last. 1 point away from relegation.
And every manager
But
has
aren't they
their
like how many points away from safety though?
What do you mean by that?
Like
40 points.
No, from safety. Okay, yeah, I get
They're
that.
on 28 points and third last is on 27.
Yeah, okay. So they're sitting above the relegation.
But we've
zone.
also spoken in previous episodes about how tight the bottom part is.
Yeah.
Like you look at
It's like 3 points separate. Where's Arsenal?
27 points third last, and you look all the way up here, all right, on 32 points, sitting at 15th. Everyone is fighting for it.
That's right. Yeah,
just
man.
ridiculous.
Look, the top of the table race is a bit boring. This
Yeah,
relegation
this
battle is going to
relegation's
be
where it's at.
Yeah, and that's why some of the teams, when this whole should the Premier League return, what should happen with the Premier League, all these teams were saying scrap relegation.
It
'cause
wasn't Troy Deeney the face of just avoiding the whole season?
but you
No,
know
it
what?
was actually the West Ham, some CEO, some chick from West Ham. There's like, no, we want to
her
avoid.
too.
Speaking of
Shit.
players that do it, though, like you talk about Ings doing it for Southampton. This guy's been a consistent legend.
Deeney.
Look, he's been a consistent man to
I
go
love
to.
Deeney. I love watching him. I love how he's hungry for every single ball.
I was going to hit the mic. But you know what? Look, what about Leicester? Disappointing from Leicester?
I expected him to win. I thought they were going to go out there and get the
It's
job.
not about expecting to win. Was their performance up to scratch? What do you reckon?
Let's not forget, we're back to football after you were saying before off the camera, the
Yeah,
longest.
the longest time there's ever been a pause in football in
Yeah.
any sort of event.
no
Ever.
training.
League.
They didn't have a
But you know what?
no
That-
training, like basically just a couple of weeks of training, 3 weeks. Was
One all
it?
draw. But what about Chilwell's goal? What is that?
Chilling
That was something, man. Like out of the blue. And when was it?
from the left.
From the left, he's a left back.
banged it
No,
in.
no. What 1 minute of the game was it?
It was last minute.
Last minute.
90th minute.
Last minute of the game.
89th minute,
So
and then
the-
Watford came back. That's
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
but the fact that they could
That is right. I forgot that Watford
Yeah.
scored after
yeah,
that.
93rd minute.
yeah.
Yeah. And then the guy scored a bicycle.
Yeah.
What was it? I forgot his name. He scored a bicycle kick as well.
Dawson.
He just
So
felt
many
it
goals,
coming.
so
Yeah.
many-
Dawson.
And that was his first goal for Watford as well.
First touch of the ball.
the ball,
But
scores.
look, I expected more from Leicester City.
Absolutely.
I do think, even though they got a few teams just on their shoulder for these Champions League spots, I do think they might can
Still make
secure,
Champions
I
League.
believe they'll
secure
make
the
the top
Champions
four.
I'm
League.
still sticking with my guns. They're out.
Well,
Like
keep
I
in
s-
mind, if
like
City
I
don't
said
play
to you,
next
they-
year,
They were
there's-
second. Yeah, true.
I reckon Leicester will definitely make
That means
the top
United's going to make top four. Yes.
four. What a
You never know.
shame.
If,
See what
if
happens.
Manchester City with the whole band and all that, fifth might be the
We'll see what
the
happens.
position. But look, sticking with DJ relegation. West Ham played Wolves, and Wolves. West
Quality.
Ham first.
I
First
love
of all,
Wolves.
West Ham are in big trouble.
They're equal with third last.
They've been in big
They're
trouble
get-
for the last couple of seasons, man.
And now they got Moisey to try save.
Yeah,
them,
but they've
um,
signed a few players.
They did.
Like we
They
were
did.
talking about at the beginning of the season. I remember mentioning West Ham that they had a great transfer when they're bringing some, few good players in, great, transfer prices. But Wolves, man, I've said it for a couple of seasons now. I just love watching their games. Like
but they've
I'd
always
wake
been
up at 2
quality.
a.m. to watch the
Like
Wolves
this
game.
Jimenez always does the job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Jimenez,
Traore?
Jota,
Come on, how are we not saying
The
Traore's
goal,
name?
Neto's goal in this game.
Traore, what a monster Traore is. How are you that big and that fast? I just don't get it.
And do you believe he doesn't do weights?
No, I don't believe that.
I don't believe that he comes out and goes, I don't do weights.
Well, how are your arms get like
No
that?
way, bro.
All these guys hitting the roids are burning.
But there's rumours that he's coming like to Liverpool,
Oh,
or Liverpool
yeah.
are hunting him down, and I think he'd fit the Klopp system perfect.
Look, no one wants to go there. There's players that
one
are
wants to go
begging
there.
to go to Liverpool and still don't end up at
We
Chelsea.
don't want him. We don't
And
want him.
what, Werner didn't want to.
We don't want him, man. He's been. How long has he been coming out saying he's
European
fan of Liverpool,
champions,
Klopp?
European champions.
Hey, we're going for Mbappe.
Gonna,
But you know
gonna
what?
win the league.
But you know what?
And you can't attract
You can't attract anyone.
We're going for Mbappe, man.
Werner. You can't
Mbappe's
attract Werner.
dying. Hey, we don't want Werner. We want Mbappe.
Werner.
Oh, bro, everyone wants Werner. What do you mean? Don't even say that.
We're
How
not
dare
Mbappe.
you?
Mbappe, bro, relax. Drop your standards a bit.
He wants us, man.
But
He
you
wants, doesn't want anything.
He wants Liverpool.
They signed with
Mbappe.
Nike. They signed with Nike. Now they're gonna sign bloody Ronaldo,
Mbappe, bro.
Messi.
You're going to go to the cafe and
love
get it in
Ronaldo.
frappe, bro.
and Frappe.
Get out of
Exactly
here, bro.
right, mate.
Get
But,
out of here.
wait,
But
who
you
are we
know-
talking about there?
Wolves,
Wolverhampton.
but you know what? Wolves have been Wolves again in the Europa spot, consistent as always.
I'd love to see them.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Their manager to me, hats off to the manager. Don't take your hat off. It's a
Yeah.
bit bold there, but hats off to the manager.
Isn't that just
Everyone's
the
gone there,
Portugal national team?
It's the Portuguese national team, and since they've come up last year from the first division, they've it's been the Portuguese national team.
They're killing it, and they had a great season
and they
last
added
year.
more Portuguese national.
They're in the Europa this season. Are they still in
They're
it?
killing the Europa League.
Apparently,
Yeah.
apparently Ronaldo's going to be there next year. Come back from the Premier League.
What, to Wolves?
No, I'm joking.
But
It won't
look,
happen.
look, they're still in Europa League. Man, I'm surprised no one is going in for these players.
Yeah.
You got
Surprised.
Neves, John Montinho.
I was saying end of last
Jota,
year, United
Jimenez.
should be stripping a player just like you guys stripped Southampton. We
Yeah.
should be stripping Wolves. That's what I thought.
Anyone should be stripping Wolves, to be honest. But West Ham, look, boys, just a quick one with West Ham. Are they staying up? Even though I know it's
It'd be sad to see him go. To be quite honest with you,
What's the next couple of games? I don't know. Their run home is going to be
I
difficult.
want the bubbles to stay, man.
Imagine playing in the championship with that
Giddy
stadium.
Bubbles.
Imagine
You
playing
know
in the Olympic Stadium and you're in the championship.
But
That'd be
look,
pretty
man,
shocking.
they're equal third last, which is Bournemouth. So they're in
What's their next couple of games?
relegation
They-
danger.
good luck to them, bro. They got
They got a hard run home, man.
look at the
Wow,
games. They got Tottenham, Chelsea next, Newcastle
away,
away,
and then Burnley, Norwich, West
Oh,
Ham.
look, they got a
All
good
of
run.
it. And then
United
United.
away. You know what they could do? Like at United, can they do the fun? Remember a couple years ago, Carlos Tevez saves West Ham on the final day at Old Trafford.
Anything's possible, man. Anything's possible. It's
They got a
football.
few hard games there, but I don't know, man. West Ham are going down from. Oh no, I don't know. I can't say that.
It's hard
I can't
to say.
that.
It's hard to say. Look,
What do we got next, Rams?
I personally don't
Where are
want
we
West Ham
going
to go,
next?
But look, you know what? That's the relegation matches, and a lot of that is the relegation talk's huge. But then we saw Tottenham at home to United. Your thoughts?
Boys, look,
Disappointing?
it is, man, because post-COVID, I would have said these games are easy,
4-0,
whitewash
5-0.
4-0.
Yeah, you guys had
even
momentum.
without Pogba or Rashford, the momentum that were going in.
But no Pogba and Rashford for us is
You guys were playing
is
better
not
without
as,
Pogba.
It's not as important as Kane and Son to them.
Yeah.
Come
yeah,
on.
but you know what?
But it was good for you guys to see Pogba come back.
Son, no matter
did
what.
even
very
Rashford,
well.
even Rashford.
Rashford
But
as well, yeah.
look, to be honest, I'm disappointed, man, because I do think we should have took all 3 points. We weren't the better team. We weren't the better team overall. Maybe overall we were.
First half was a
but
bit
it was,
poor.
It was a bit. It was a bit patchy. And I just touch a bit.
Second half was a
with,
lot better. Second half was much better.
What I noticed, not just in the United game, but a lot of the other games as well, that Tottenham for me were dominating, if you want to say, majority of the possession in the first 20 minutes.
Yep.
Then we had this drink break, and then their momentum shifted, and it went to United, and United dominated.
So what's the
And then it happened.
don't get the drink
Then it
break.
happened in the second half.
what's
where
the whole point of this drink break?
25 degrees
what's
in
with
England.
that? Bro? 25 degrees, and you're having a drink break.
Bro, Football New South Wales and Sydney have 10-year-olds playing in 34-degree weathers. It's okay.
But 25 degrees is winter here in Sydney, isn't it?
Oh, that's all right.
To me,
It's
to be
alright.
honest, and I've seen it in a few other games. I think Aston Villa, Chelsea, the Merseyside derby as well. I think
I think all the games had the 25-minute break.
no,
didn't
they all had. I'm saying
All of them,
I'm
yeah.
saying the possession shifted. What I've
absolutely.
noticed the possession did shift when it was like Chelsea,
like half time, man.
Villa are dominating in that period, and then Chelsea come out and just bang 2 goals in like in that quick
tough.
succession.
It just felt like watching AFL or
It kills
something.
momentum big time.
4
it
quarters.
does. But
yeah.
yeah, look, we conceded a goal,
Stupid,
and I am
stupid.
not. And I say, like I always say, I hate when pundits, ex-United pundits, players speak about our club and speak or
Are
a
you
lot
guys,
negative.
Are you guys talking about the goal or?
I'm
like,
talking about the build up, the
performance.
goal.
the build up. I agree with
everything,
but that
everything,
goal
but-
was going so hard at the Gea. I just don't see.
Why is
any
that? Why is he
keeper
taking a
saving
shot in the beginning?
Don't
with it?
see any
it.
keeper
I
saving
understand
it.
that.
What are you
That
talking? Look,
one,
okay,
that
let
was
me tell you
going
something.
bullet.
Let me tell you
Bullet.
something. Where was it? It's straight to the keeper. Usually you stand and you catch it,
Bro.
right? But let's bring it back, yeah. Because I agree everything that Gary Neville said. I agree that everything that Roy Keane said. I've said it months ago that De Gea should have been dropped. I don't believe he should have been dropped leading up to this mistake, but at a certain point he should have been dropped.
I agree with that.
Gary Neville, like you were saying, Gary Neville said that 6 months you're not performing,
1
few
year,
mistakes,
you've lost it.
It's a little blip. But
Come
then
on, man.
1 year,
De Gea's
you have
lost
to
it.
ask questions.
De Gea's lost it for
But
a
then
long
2 years,
But
and
this
it's
whole
starting to be
season-
permanent,
Yeah.
man.
This whole season, a lot of the results that we've lost points, I'm sorry to say, it's
A
come
lot
down
of
to Gea.
goalkeeping mistakes,
It's
yeah.
come down to, look, in his defense, was Maguire... Did Maguire make a mistake there? He absolutely did.
yeah.
Like you said, did Luke Shaw play a part of that role? Absolutely.
100%. And that comes back like, Luke Shaw, I blame him a little bit for that, but then you had Maguire, which is the captain,
Yeah.
David De Gea, which is another captain.
There wasn't enough talk.
Where's the communication?
There's
Tell
no
you,
talk.
and why is Luke Shaw trying to header it first time to Rashford when he's got a defender in front
my
of him?
gosh, don't
and then
get me started.
and then Bergwijn gets the ball, spins Maguire like a Beyblade, and this is supposed to be one of our most expensive signings, even though the money doesn't really matter
Yeah.
in this situation.
Yeah.
You're a Man United player.
When was the last
You
time De
should
Gea
be-
was dropped?
Never. When
Never.
he's injured.
It's
When
too
he's injured.
comfortable.
Only in
That's-
Europa.
too comfortable.
Only in Europa.
That's right, and that's the
And
the
to
issue.
be fair, Romero
And
does
like,
the job.
Romero does great for you guys every time he plays for
Romero
you guys.
does well, but I'm looking over at Sheffield United and saying, can we have our keeper back?
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
give him-
I'm
Dude,
saying, even though I don't
how
like,
good is he doing?
even though I don't like his name,
Yeah.
because there's a certain captain
Hendo.
up north.
But to be fair, he's England's number one choice right now.
He
as well.
should be England's
100%,
number one choice.
100%. He's better than Pope at the moment.
He's better than Pickford.
better than Pickford.
Yeah.
He's brilliant.
And look, man, I'm looking across to Sheffield and saying,
Send
hey,
it. Give us.
can we cancel this
Did he go
loan
on the
spell?
free or how much did he go for?
No, he's on loan.
He's on loan. He's our
Bring
keeper.
him back.
But then again, I think there's already been agreed for another year. So these are where the issues are. Like
When you have
De Gea.
De Gea,
It's very hard
Yeah,
to drop
true.
De Gea.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
let's be honest. Right after that goal, he pulled off a great save from Son to make that save from the header. Oh, come on, man! Like
yeah,
this is.
disappointing.
I think it's
How
too
do
comfortable.
You know, you're not like
As a
Hugo.
keeper, but as a keeper, how do you make yourself smaller by the fist? Like,
But you know what it is as well. Like it's not like in the World Cup where Hugo Lloris made a mistake and Mandzukic scored. We know when it went under his foot.
Yeah.
It was already 4-1 then. So no one really remembers that. But when we're dropping points because of your mistakes.
And you guys are
Yeah.
fighting for a top 4, top
Consistently.
5 spot.
They want to get twice this season against Everton. That Southampton one killed me at the third round of the season. And like, I don't know, man. But overall, look, Pogba comes on. I mean, we finally waited for him to,
And it was
even
nice
though
to-
we don't know where he's staying, going, leaving.
was nice to
good
see him play again.
back.
He's just a
And
quality player, man.
He
Like,
is.
don't get me wrong. Before COVID-19 happened, I'm like, man, I'm not liking. Even though I absolutely hate United, but I'm not liking the way he was treating the fans, the clubs, the way he was just arrogant.
but you know what?
coming
Media,
out, wanting
but-
to do whatever he
but
wants.
Let's not forget who's his agent.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly
that's
right.
another thing
Because
too.
Pogba
right.
can do the right thing and say to tell his agent to shut up, but he never done that, which
Yeah,
is
correct. I
he's
agree
never
with that.
he's never really come out and criticized the fans, play like anything like that.
Nothing like that, but
he's,
show some respect.
100%. But look, man.
Anyway.
he comes on, makes a bit of
Does
a
well.
difference, pings a few balls
Look,
to Rashford
if
and all that.
Pogba
And
and Bruno can play properly together, I think we've got
I'm loving this Bruno guy.
unbelievable centre mid partnership. And again, Bruno does it for United. Puts the penalty away.
I'm loving
yeah, but
watching him play.
Pogba turns Dyer there inside out and
Yeah, come on.
wins the penalty.
Pogba's
And I
class.
think off camera, not off camera. The first thing you said when you walked into the house was, "How soft was that penalty?" And not forgetting that you support Liverpool. If
Yeah.
you want to talk about soft penalties, let's go
team-
back
the
to Leicester
team's
City
soft
game.
penalties.
And
The Leicester City game was definitely.
Salah is
get it.
Salah's in the national
I
Egyptian
wanna-
diving team. This guy, bro, don't get me started.
he can't
man.
wait for the Olympics to start
Don't
next
get me
year.
started, bro.
He's burning that he got
He's
cancelled.
got his backup
But
spot.
look, Bruno steps up and look, man, responsibility. Yeah, Bruno Rashford was our penalty taker. We all know the dramas that we had at the start of the year.
Yeah.
It feels like years ago.
What about the
He
video
took
that
it very
the video
well.
you put up on our football capital story with
Yeah. Jetson Fernandez is telling him where to go,
and then he
he's-
went that way and he's like, are you serious, man? But look, it is what it is. United's back. I guess disappointing
What do you
result.
think about the game? Just real quick.
The Disappointing. Should have taken the 3 points. First half was poor. I think the drink break killed the momentum, like you said. Second half was brilliant, but Pogba coming on was always nice, refreshing to see. Disappointing from the back line and the keeper. And for me, Pogba was breathing out of his ass, man.
A lot of unfit. And look, to be fair,
He hasn't played in a long
to
time.
be fair,
though.
Mate, it's
there's
first
a lot
week
of
back.
there's a lot of players breathing out of their ass. You've seen Harry Kane, non-existent, had to drop in deep. He played like a 2016 Wayne Rooney, dropping deep
Yeah,
and
exactly right.
trying to win the ball back. But yeah, guys. And now moving on. Look, actually sticking again back to relegation battling teams. Bournemouth, they're in the bottom. What are they coming? Bottom in the second last, third last.
Second last.
They
What's
lost.
going on with Eddie Howe, man? Look, he's
They're
had
in
a
trouble,
great
look.
couple
Third
of
last, third
seasons.
last.
Yeah, they're in trouble. I mean, a lot of drama with the whole signing players and keeping contracts. And he did come out and say Ryan Fraser is not playing for the club for the remainder of the
And why is
the
that?
campaign. He doesn't want to sign the new contract, and he doesn't want to put field players that don't want to play for the club, which is 100% I agree
Fraser
with.
is a important player for
He's
Bournemouth.
an important player, but when you don't want to commit the next 9 games to your, because you know what it is, the cutoff ends on June the 30th.
Yeah.
And from then, the FA has told the Premier League teams to sign on
Just
the
short
players
term.
short term. Just give him that short term contract, and Fraser doesn't want to sign that. So when
Really?
just to finish the last couple of games, he doesn't want to do that. So Eddie Howe has
yeah,
said,
nah,
you know what,
it's-
you
it's-
are not playing anymore.
I'd do the same.
But to be fair, even without him, they've got Wilson, they've got King, they've got Aki, they've got players, man. They do have the players, and these are players like someone like
They've got a
Chelsea.
great
Someone like
young
Chelsea
team.
wanted Aki.
Yeah.
Remember Harry
Harry
Williams?
Wilson.
Harry Wilson from
Liverpool. He's on loan.
Did they get lazy? They got 2 Cooks, they've got 2 Wilsons. Like they get lazy. what the hell's that?
You know when one gets a red card, you can fill in for the other, so
you
they
can
don't know.
swap him. Yeah,
Swap
But
him.
Yeah,
anyway,
put double cook on.
Anyway, I think Bournemouth are again another team in trouble.
Big trouble.
Sitting in bottom 3, very easily could drop again. Very easily could get out of trouble. Do you think they're getting relegated this year?
I think they're gone, man.
Fatty, Bournemouth
I
gone or
think they're
staying?
gone.
I'd hate to see him go, but I'm with Bosch. I think they're gone.
And you know what? Look, they brought in their new kit for the next year's season.
That's going to be
And
below.
you know what? I think they brought it in just so they can wear a Premier League badge on it.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I think so. But then we saw Newcastle at home winning against Sheffield United 3-0.
3-0.
Huge.
Have we discussed
I think that the takeover
Exactly.
has G'd them up.
what's happening with that? They came out
look,
during
the-
COVID-19, but what
The only
really is
reason
happening
that we haven't or I haven't reported on it is because I knew it was going to take this long.
Yeah.
I think it will get done, and they will become the richest club in the world, I think. But the only
scary
reason,
times.
the reason why I think it hasn't been done yet is because these Saudis,
Yeah.
the Saudis, the whole human rights and the whole there's a whole thing of them with streaming games without permission. They're streaming all these Premier League games, and they don't got the rights to.
Yep.
So like they call it the pirating or something. So they till that gets sorted. And you know what it is? I think the Premier League has agreed because the Premier League needs money to be pumped into the Premier League.
Yep.
Especially
And
now.
but I think if they just signed it off straight away and done the deal straight away, a lot of people are going to be asking these questions. Oh, the human rights, the piracy, they're playing game. And then remember,
Sensitive
Qatar,
topic, sensitive topic.
Sorry, Qatar, which is who's Manchester City,
Dubai,
Dubai. So you got
Emirates.
you got these guys there battling with the Saudis.
Yeah.
And then you got as well with Qatar, who have the rights over there, and then all these countries are fighting for.
So crazy how these Arab countries have taken over.
They're taking over, and then
Qatar's got the World
and
Cup
if
as
they,
well.
you know what I mean? They're all fighting for
But you know
these
what?
rights and all that, and I think they're gonna lag it till you know what?
To touch
season
on the
ends.
game real quick though, the red card ruined it for Sheffield United. It was 0-0,
100%.
red card, 3 goals straight after.
Yeah.
It ruins the momentum of the team. Yeah, the flow.
But
and
you
the
know
way
what?
they-
I don't think Newcastle was playing poorly before. I think they're
Oh,
doing well.
I think
They're picking up.
I think
They're
they
picking
were
up
always,
form.
I think they're always going to win. They always look like that. They just needed that one goal to open, the floodgates opened. Yeah. One player that's standing out for me quite a bit, and I think he's a massive talent, is Saint Maximum. I think his pace on the pitch, and I think he's a player to watch, man.
Yeah, he's good, but you know what? The whole season, him, Joe Linton,
All of them.
they're
You have
just
to- you
not
have to
doing
mention-
enough. But
you have
they're
to
not doing
mention
enough.
Shelby does all right. for
Shelby's their
Newcastle,
best
man.
player.
Shelby to this
And
day,
do you know-
I don't make sense why he's
I
not.
don't know
Liverpool
why
still.
he.
And you know
why?
what?
Because of BR.
And this is what
Yeah.
this is what kills me.
Scumbag spoke to Alex Ferguson that way. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, like this is what kills me about the whole Jordan Henderson is the PFA's Player of the Year. When Shelby has better stats, when McTominay has better stats,
Let's not get too.
Can I be honest?
and like this is why like you guys, everyone just favors you.
Everyone
guys.
that knows me, and you guys know this, I never rated Hendo. I never ever rated.
But you
Hendo.
know what? He's
In the last 2 seasons,
a good centimeter.
he's won me. He's won me over.
Look, he's good for an English player team to have like Liverpool.
Yep, and good leader, man. You can't deny he's a great leader on the field.
Well,
And everyone that talks about him in the change
If you look at every the top 6 teams,
yep,
you would pick any of their central midfielders
Above
to
him.
replace him. 100%. Don't talk to me, bro.
Anyway,
that's another argument.
That's another argument
That's another
for another
argument.
day.
I reckon that's maybe a group chat episode. But we'll talk about that later. But then we saw Aston Villa at home lose to Chelsea 2-1. And I think it was good for Chelsea to come back, especially with the big news they signed a massive forward in Werner. Humongous signing.
Wait, didn't he? Oh, no.
Oh, he didn't get to Liverpool? No, interception by Lampard.
We didn't need him, man.
But you know what?
We don't need him.
Lampard's looking great.
True.
Lampard was doing great with the club already, with all the youngsters, and now he's adding Timo Werner in there.
I'm
Also, he's
loving
got
watching Lampard train these kids, play these kids, or like you were saying previously, all the loan players coming back, finally given an opportunity.
I think it's a
But
good,
not only that,
it's
they
a
signed-
good time
they
coming
signed,
for Chelsea.
Hakim Zaki.
Is that done?
Is
What do you mean? It's done like
done ages
January.
ago?
It was done in January.
Who's the other player they were linked to? Was another $120 million player? I think it was
I
a
don't know.
Portuguese player.
I don't know, man.
Oh,
But
no.
they signed what they wanted. I'll tell you that.
They're
Timo
looking
Werner.
for Chilwell as well.
Timo Werner's another Morata, is it?
Could be, man.
Could be.
I'm
be.
not
It
surprised.
could be,
And
could
look, this
be.
is why, like, even though I give you banter for he can't attract players, even though he wanted to go to Liverpool,
We don't want him.
I look at it and be like, where's he playing?
What do you mean you don't want him? Who's your striker right now?
Let's be honest, but
Firmino.
but
Firmino's
let's
not
be
a
honest. Where's he playing? Where's he like? It's either the only reason you would have got him in if Liverpool was selling one of their front three, or you're dropping Firmino into the 10 role and then you're playing him up front, which is the only way
Correct,
it's going to
correct.
work. But even in the Chelsea team, I don't see really at the moment where's he going to fit.
Who's he going to replace?
Because Tammy Abraham
Abraham's
is
been-
doing well.
Abraham's
doing
been
great.
He's doing good. I mean, look, yeah, I know they don't have any backups, really. Giroud is a great backup, but he doesn't want to be there. He's gone. Bashwai doesn't really cut it for me in the Premier League.
No.
So Timo Werner, look, I don't think he will start straight away.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see where Frank Lampard plays him, but
I'll be honest, there's been a couple of times where I think to myself, why didn't Klopp sign those sort of players? And every time he's proven me wrong. So whatever the club manager says, I just trust in Klopp.
Since we're going to talk about scum, let's go over to Everton at home to Liverpool, drawing 0-0.
Everton is scum.
how was this the most viewed game in British history?
5.5 million, was it?
You know why? Because it's
And 5.4.9 million people fell asleep. I was one of them.
I think
tell me
before this game, we were talking about how first game back,
what a boring game.
Tell me.
first game back coming, we looked rusty. You even tell by Trent Alexander's crosses, his free balls, the passes weren't happening.
But what went wrong? Besides, you can't just say him. What went wrong?
Man,
with the whole-
I think
I'll
his
be upfront
haircut-
with
his
you.
haircut
We
went
created
wrong.
no chances. Did you guys watch the game? We basically
I tried staying awake.
we didn't create any chances. And to be honest, Everton deserved the point. Like they had probably the two best opportunities of the game.
Yeah.
I think the only opportunity that we had was the post and Alexander's free kick, Trent's free kick. That's about it. We didn't have a great game.
Of course, Salah out is a big.
Salah
thing.
out, Robbo was out. But in my opinion, I think we should have still got the job done.
Yeah, but you see, this is the thing. This is what I talked about. Robertson gets injured. Who's his replacement?
I'm not a fan of Milner in left back. I never understand why Klopp starts him in left back. I'd rather start Gomez in left back when he came on because, his pace.
But all I was waiting for this year was a few injuries for Liverpool, and you guys were screwed.
Yeah, I think
and it just
everyone was-
didn't happen.
That comes down to the manager, and I've been saying that. It always comes
Look,
down
for me,
to the
as
manager.
as long as Mane's playing, as long as Firmino's playing, as long as your main like Van Dijk are playing, you can have Robertson.
I think the best improvement for us was the defense, especially in the last maybe
Defense and
decade.
keeper, of course.
I reckon
Definitely keeper.
I reckon
You've got arguably the best keeper in the world right now as well.
I
So
think we do have the
you
best.
could
keeper
get
in the
caught out next season. If
Watch
people start
out.
picking up like.
Bruno's going to finish you.
See, that's why we should have signed him before we played that Liverpool game. But anyways,
Anyway,
this is what I think about going to next season. When you figure out Trent and
Robbo.
going forward, they're going to get exposed in the back, and that's another worry maybe that Klopp has to really look at. But
To
look,
be fair, Trent should be playing in the wing, not in the back.
I think it was originally a
He was a
winger
centre mid.
anyways. Was it centre mid?
Yeah, he was originally centre mid.
But look, Everton. I think Everton had, like you said, had the best chance.
Yeah.
Was it Gomez?
Gomez when Davis
hit
I
the
don't know
post.
how he missed that, but he just nipped Gomez's foot and it hit the post. But that would have been a hard pill to swallow, but they did definitely deserve a point.
Like they were gonna lose the league or something. It's like hard pill to swallow. But
Look,
I
they
told
won
you
the
about my
league.
dream.
get
and
over it.
remember,
I told you about my dream.
do you remember when we did that the rivalry episode and
Yeah.
I said that the Merseyside derby is the deadest derby, and it's proved me right. And this is like the Borche's right show.
Proved you right. It was the most watched game ever
But it's
in
the
Premier
it's the
League.
worst derby. It's not. I don't care how
I
much
definitely
views you
don't
got.
think it's the worst derby. I think the worst derby.
I-
Do we have time for this?
No,
It is the worst derby. Would you
No,
just
no,
prove
no,
that?
no.
rubbish.
Rubbish derby. But look, Liverpool. I mean,
Maybe
Everton,
Arsenal versus Tottenham.
That's entertaining. Every year is entertaining.
because they're both shit. But it's all right. No, I'm joking.
Mid-table teams playing. But now look, that delays Liverpool's Premier
We
League
got Crystal
title.
Palace Thursday morning. I think that's a must win
you
for
know
us,
what?
and then we got
It's-
City
it's-
away.
This guy kills me. It's a must win. This guy says it's a must win.
Man,
you need like
I
2
want
points.
that Premier League ace. I can't do this no more.
You know what? I hope
Whoever
you guys
came
win it,
in,
bro. I hope to God you guys win it now, so there's no fans. I love it because
As soon as they announce that the parade's on, I'm down. I'm going straight there.
bro? How you gonna go?
Where you gonna go, mate?
Soon
Bro,
as
I'm
we
gonna
do-
be standing at the airport blocking the borders for you. This guy going there.
You won't
Get
see
out
him.
of
You
here.
put him in isolation as soon as he gets back. But yeah, look, and after that we did have Man City. I think we mentioned that
We spoke about it.
5-0.
5-0. Let's not talk about
5-0.
that. It's
I
just
mean,
boring.
cruise
Photo.
control,
Park.
second team on, and but yeah, man, boys, there's another week. The Premier League is back, and there's heaps more games to come,
I think
guys.
there's games every single day this
Some
week.
of-
There's there's
or-
games tomorrow morning. I know there's a few games tomorrow morning, and then I
Also-
think there's a few FA Cup games this weekend as well.
Yeah,
so
yeah. So we've
we're
got
gonna do it. We're gonna do our best to try.
What's happening with the Champions League? Is that going to still be
August.
run at Portugal?
August. Champions League in.
And it's
You're
going
not,
to be
you're
done
not
in
in it.
9-10 days?
Yeah, but you're not in it. So why are you asking that question?
Aren't we the most successful?
Yeah, but you're not in it.
Yeah, it's all right. Are
But
you
you're not
guys?
in it.
Is
No,
United?
we're
No
in the
Premier
Europa
League
So what are
League.
you guys talking?
Europa League Championship of the World
Oh, that's
trophy.
entertaining.
It is actually. How entertaining is Europa League? You know, you get Azerbaijan.
Bro, it's better than Champions League. Well, you're missing out, bro. You're missing out.
No, but yeah, look, guys, we'll do our best to cover as much games as we can.
Yeah.
As you know, there's like
Some interesting games coming up.
Yeah.
There will be,
I
yeah.
think Chelsea got Man City coming up. I think United have Sheffield
Well, it's
United.
Liverpool City.
Wow, that's a big game.
We got Crystal
United
Palace.
versus Sheffield.
Really, I'm not even taking a piece.
United
That-
versus Sheffield's huge. Trust me, it is. That's a Europa battle. That's
Yeah.
better than Champions League battle.
Told you, man.
That's
wait
where
for
it's
that one.
at. That's where it's at.
That's where it's at. Who's getting fifth spot?
I reckon. What do you guys reckon? If
You
we
reckon
were
what I
to play a game to win
I'd
love to watch the City Liverpool
What a
game.
playoff. You guys get
playoff.
slapped up, but they'll slap you the next game.
I reckon
What,
De Bruyne
City?
will
Are you
finish
playing
it.
at home?
No, it's away,
Uh,
and we got a good record away at City.
Oh, so you want to win in Man City
I'd
Stadium?
love that.
In Man City Stadium?
I'd love that.
Doesn't matter, Man
Take
City.
it away
Anfield,
from
no fans, brother.
the
You're gonna be
reigning
on Zoom calls.
champions.
Everyone's going to be on Zoom calls doing these ones. Internet connection
I
problem.
mean, bro, I'll be on the middle of the street
I'll
going.
make sure the
friggin'
internet
nude.
connection problem happens. Anyway,
anyways, guys, once again, thanks for watching. Like we said, we'll do our best to cover as much of the games as we can. Yeah, and we'll definitely have a lot more content now that football is back on.
Thank
Rami,
God.
Fedi, thanks for joining. Even
good to be
though
back.
It's good to be back,
we
man.
recorded the first 20 minutes without me pressing record. Great job.
this is take 2, by the way. He forgot to press
Take
record.
That's what happens when there's no football on. It drives you nuts.
You lose your shit.
We got too
Guys-
excited.
playing the tunes. Guys, see you later.